I don't care if you're a fast food restaurant selling burgers, you're a bakery selling the fanciest pastries out there, or you're a steakhouse selling steaks. The combination of your food and your labor together should be under 60% of your sales. And if you're above that, it's gonna be hard for you to drop money to the bottom line, right? My name's Ryan Handel, co-founder and CEO of FIXE. We started FIXE about 5 years ago because I own restaurants in Los Angeles and I was sick of all the bookkeeping and accounting I was receiving. And ultimately, we thought there was a much more efficient, tech-forward approach to restaurant-specific bookkeeping. That's where FIXE came from, and that's what we have grown, and that's what we are doing today in order to teach you about some of the specifics that we do at FIXE and specifics to restaurants that we think are important for all of our clients and all restaurants out there. So today's video, we want to talk about what numbers are important to run your restaurant. What are the most important kind of statistics and things you need to know in order to know you are running an efficient and profitable business, all right? Everyone thinks it's just sales and it's your net income, but there's other things that go into that can tell a better story. So first is prime costs. So some of you might know what this is. Prime cost is a combination of your cost of goods sold and your cost of labor, right? I don't care if you're a fast food restaurant selling burgers, you're a bakery selling the fanciest pastries out there, or you're a steakhouse selling steaks. The combination of your food and your labor together should be under 60% of your sales, right? A steak doesn't take very long to make, but it probably has a 40% food cost. And on the reverse side, if you're baking pastries, it takes a long time to make, but it has a low food cost. Doesn't matter. The combination of those things should be under 60%. And if you're above that, it's gonna be hard for you to drop money to the bottom line, right? There's only so many dollars that can pay for rent and utilities, and you need to be efficient on your cost of goods sold and labor in order to get to that point. Next is rent. So it's a good rule of thumb that your rent as a percentage of sales should hover around 8%, right? If you're signing rent and it's about 10, 11, 12% of your sales on a monthly basis, it's going to be tough. You got to be really efficient in other areas of your business. And so when you're looking for deals and you're looking for locations, you should use that 8% number as kind of the metric that you should go by if it's going to be a good location for you. Next is net income versus gross income. So a lot of people like to brag about what their sales are. Oh, I did $50,000 last week in sales. What they're not telling you is that they discounted the hell out of it and their net sales is probably $40,000, right? So there is a difference of opinion here. Some people like to talk sales as gross sales and some like to talk net. I'm of the belief that you should be talking about your sales of whatever money you're putting into your bank account, right? So if you sell burgers for $10, but you discount it $2 every single time, your sales should be $8, not $10. Going back to what I was saying about rent is if your rent is 8% of gross sales, but then you've discounted the hell out of your sales, your rent is probably 10 or 11 or 12%. And you need to be honest with yourself on how you look at your financials. Granted, if you're looking at your recipe costs and other things like that, you do need to look at gross sales and not the discounted portion. But when you're looking at your financials and your P&Ls and any profit and loss statement you get from FIXE, the sales are your sales less your discounts because that's what you're taking home to the bank. So bottom line is these are some easy metrics that seem very easy to understand and, that any financial institution can provide you, right? But ultimately at FIXE, we try to provide you your prime costs, your rent as a percentage of income, your financials, your daily sales on a cadence that is easy to understand and in our portal that's easy to access across all of the managers, right? They need to know how they're performing, what their KPIs are. And the bottom line is it's just sales, cost of goods sold, labor. And if you get that under 60%, a lot of those things are going to fall to the bottom line. And with FIXE's dashboard, you can access that daily. You could also access your multi-entity reporting if you have a lot of locations. And ultimately, we're going to be providing some automated AI insights that can track, when your dollars in certain categories are going up and down. But as for the specifics of the bookkeeping and accounting and knowing which numbers to look at, it's basic. It's prime costs, it's rent as a percentage of income. And then ultimately, if those two things are in line, you're probably going to be okay at running your restaurant. Thanks again for watching this video. This is new for us. We're getting new to YouTube and we need to grow our audience. So we need you guys to like and subscribe down below. And again, I've said a lot of things. Some of it is personal to us and our opinions of how this accounting and bookkeeping should work for restaurants. But look, if you think I'm BS and you want to call me out, put a comment down below. I want to answer those questions on the next video. Thanks again.